Okay, so here's one for you. I have already had COVID-19 and have natural immunity, so why take the vaccine?
Because you'll have better immunity if you take the vaccine.
Okay.
It's that simple. If you want to talk about it some more, matter.
No, I want to say just my favorite thing to say is that, you know, um, that all immunity is natural immunity. So whether you get your immunity from having the virus or you got your immunity from a vaccine, it's all natural because you made it, right? Nobody gave you that immunity. The only immunity that's not natural is when it comes via a monoclonal antibody infusion. That's made in a lab, right? So natural immunity means you got an infection and you cleared it, or you got a vaccine and you produced antibodies. So it's natural immunity plus the vaccine is excellent, right?
Right.
Those are, like Dr. Kaiser said, that is, if you were even in the first couple of waves of COVID, you made antibodies, they went away, you made other cells that remembered it. If you then get a vaccine, you're in great shape. And vice versa. If you got vaccinated and then you got exposed to the virus and you made a really great response because of your immune system knew what to do the moment it saw that virus, you now have even better immunity. So them in combination is quite good. That's not an advocacy. That's not a recommendation to go out and get infected. We've seen some people turn that into, well, we need to have like the old chicken pox parties. We need to have COVID parties. I do not recommend that. That's you still don't want to take the risk, but you can feel very confident that if you have been vaccinated and you get infected, or you had an infection and then you get vaccinated, you have excellent, very protective immunity.
I mean, go ahead, Megan.
The CDC does recognize natural infection, as having an immune response. So if you do get naturally infected, you don't have to rush necessarily to get that vaccine. You can even wait a few months before you do get immunized. But that said, the thought is how serious of infection you have may also be a correlate of how strong your immune response. So if you just got COVID and you're sitting at home or had a mild infection, you may not have as robust of immune response. Whereas vaccination, there is a more predictable vaccine response that we know just by doing all these clinical trials is high level protection. So, and again, natural infection, or, if you were to expose to the actual virus plus vaccination really does, it almost gives you this super immunity that does give you a nice broad response protection, not only towards, the circulating virus of the day, but what we found is to other variants of concern that have been circulating, there still remains to be protection.
Yeah, I would just say to those people who say, well, I'll get natural immunity. I personally know people that have died from that strategy. And I think two physicians can say the same.